Alright, as always, gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to you, Yehovah Shem Yahushua, and double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone of do rule and teach well. And brother here, Shema Shwan Ban Yahweh. Forgive me for yesterday's video, which I am gonna take down. Literally right now after I finish with this, because I did all that work for the news video, and you see, because there was another video I did with my program OBS, and I turned off whatever driver, whatever, I guess, like, software that's used that picks up, like, my speaker. I turned that off so you can only hear the audio of the website I was playing. And so when I did that, I didn't actually turn it back on. So it was still off, and pretty much I picked up none of the audio, picked up absolutely nothing, and basically wasted my time. So I'm not going to really, like, talk about it again, because that stuff is old news now, so it's just, I just gotta take it down. The angels, they see. As you talk about the angels, they rejoice over us and things like that. So even though no one watches your videos, Yahushai, the angels, they're always watching, always looking. So well, it is a little depressing. Depressing is too harsh of a word. Well, it's a little sad that you don't really have like anyone seeing your channel. You don't see any growth or any interaction or whatever. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And at the end of the day, do you really do this stuff for interaction, right? Because Scripture says we're not supposed to be pleasers of men. Coming out here just to get our own salvation, receiving the end of our faith, which is salvation of your soul, which I think is 2 Peter 1:9 or 10 or something around there. But you can find that, but that's what it's all about. And I just want to save my own soul. I don't want it to get nuked. I don't want to be tortured to death within the FEMA camp. And I don't want to get tortured to death while America's in martial law, because that time is coming. There's going to be that new 911 event that's going to come in this country, and they're going to bring out that martial law. There's got to be something. Something's going to break, and that's another topic for another day. But brothers have been giving hot takes on that anyway. You bring in all these different migrants from these different countries, and you got the terrorists are going to come in, and something's going to happen, and the top brass in America are going to let it go down, because it's all planned out by illuminated ones, 13 families and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a lot longer than I wanted it to be, and that's too bad. So this is second Address 4:33. Then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass, wherefore our years few and evil? All right, pretty much talking about the time of the end. All right, when is our reward going to come from? When is that going to come? All right, because you got to look that up here. When shall the time of threshing come, essentially, which is the time of judgment. And, threshing, which you could look up again. Threshing floor is a place where wheat and cattle separated from the tares. So I'm not really going to get onto it all, but pretty much you see here a place where the harvest was separated. It was prepared by separating the wheat from the use of straw for the purpose of exposing and collecting the most valuable part of the crop, right? Like, you're not supposed to eat tares. Like, this stuff is like bad for you. So pretty much you crush it with a crop or a weight of a sledge or a grinding wheel attached to the heavy hooves of oxen. Next, the wheel was tossed to the air, allowing the wind to separate the straw from the seed, and carry the lighter part of the straw away, and the seed falls to the ground. You collect the seed, and the straw, tares and stuff you get away. You throw away, get rid of it. And burn it up, because it's useless. Okay? So I guess you could think of that part where the grinding is a separation before the actual threshing comes, which I guess you can say that happens right now. The affliction, those who are the elect, the ones that go through the affliction, come out through the other side. and these other 2/3, they'll fall. They'll fall. Just like if you want to become like a Marine or something, you have a class of people want to become Marines, but not everyone becomes a Marine. Only the guys that are meant to get it, they'll get it. And if you don't have the mental toughness, the strength, you're gonna flunk. You're not gonna make it. It's just how it is. That's the way it is. Like even with sports, it's the same shit. A few top guys, and everyone else is kind of meh. So second, just 4:35. Do not the souls of the righteous ask question of these things in the chambers. How long shall hope in this fashion? Will come with the fruit of the floor of our reward. Right? These are things the prophets have always asked. Before this time, after this time, they've always asked this thing. It's always been asked. So again, just 4:36. With these things, you, the archangel, gave them answered, and said, even when the number of seeds is fulfilled in you, if we have weighed the world in the balance, so the number of seeds is the number of times you reincarnate is complete. Basically, when the job is done in this life, is your last one in this age. So you keep on reincarnating, over and over and over again until you reach this time, which in this time will be essentially thrown out the cycle. There will be no more reincarnation, because there will be no more death in the kingdom of heaven. If we are the elect, Lord willing, I'm the elect. When you bros out there watching are the elect, or actually, I'll say that again. Lord willing, you brothers out there are the elect, and Lord willing, I'm the elect. Because it's looking bad, man. You watch those movies like The Purge. Think bad, but like real and worse. Because The Purge is only showing you. They can only show so much in the movie. But it's going to be a lot worse. I mean, the amount of violence and just death and suffering that's going to come in that time it's going to be like unlike anything we've ever seen. Like Scripture says, like a time that's never been, or a time after. It's going to be fucking wild, man. And you can see all that stuff brewing within the people, brewing within the society. Love of many waxing cold, seeing shooting, which I haven't looked into that shooting. As always with these shootings, illuminated ones are involved in it. Could be a false flag, could be, or it could have been a guy who was MK'd, okay, and they got him to go do it, and he just fucking lost it and went there and did what he had to do. I don't know. But essentially, this is what it's talking about here, So this is our time. Right now, in this age, all the seeds have been fulfilled. They're all here, all right? Reincarnated so many times. Every time you reincarnate, you forget everything, as we all know. You don't remember your past lives, so you got some things like deja vu. But actually, hold on. This is actually belongs in here, right? But you reincarnate and you come back. I think it's in the same chapter. You got the chamber of souls and stuff like that. And that 100-year time period is up. You come back, and then I think it's in James or Jude. Though you once knew this, I come to bring back your pure minds into remembrance. Even though you once knew this, because we knew these things in our past lives. We knew the laws, statutes, and commandments, but we became those life foreigners. Talking in context back then, we forgot those things, and we had to relearn those things. If back then, if you were an Israelite foreigner, you very well could have, been born in Jerusalem, and just follow the law, but didn't have the complete knowledge and understanding, and you had to be taught. So that's essentially it. That's all I want to talk about. I want to get into kind of like a random discussion, different things, talk about these few couple scriptures. I mentioned a couple of these precepts and things like that you can go get into, and that's pretty much it, Shalom.